Okay, so I saw this tweet on my timeline and I said, so we can all agree that this is a big four, right? And someone said, y'all need to let bday go. Like, I'm so serious. And, let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation. So I just want to know where you guys land on this debate because, I talked to some people and a lot of them can be like, oh, the album is so low vibrational. I don't like it. She did way better. I don't understand what the hype is for the album. And then there's people like myself who are like, I love the album. It's one of her best albums. It is fun. I'm sorry. A world without bday is a world that isn't worth living in. Like, I know that might sound very extreme, but I mean, bday is just pure fun to me. Like, this is one of those albums you can put on cleaning or doing some medial task and not absolutely hate it because you're just enjoying the album so much. Like, it just makes everything way better, Some of my favorite songs on this album, I love Kitty Cat. That is one of my favorite Beyonce songs of all time, especially that bridge. Also, Green Light is, of course, a favorite. That song is incredible. Freakum Dress, career highlight moment. Ring the Alarm, yes, it's loud as hell, as the entire album is, but, that's part of the reason why I like the album, so definitely got to give that Ring the Alarm praise as well. I also really like the Jay-Z collabs, Deja Vu was certainly a moment, and Upgrade You, they came and they did what had to be done. So those are certainly some favorites on this album for me, at least. And I just think that there's a lot to like about this album. People do a little bit too much of it. I'm sorry, Check on It was a moment. It was. I don't know why she didn't put that on the deluxe of this album. I like the deluxe tracks too, for the most part. I will say I wish she would have rearranged the track list on the deluxe. I don't really know if she did that. And also some songs like Creole, that should have been on the album. That song was excellent. But, that's kind of where I land on bday. Am I saying that it's her best body of work? No. Renaissance is right there, and what she's been able to do. Objectively, Lemonade is probably better from like an artistic standpoint, songwriting and things like that. But I just think if you want pure fun, you want incredible vocals, you want fun lyrics, you want that feeling of youth, you want that feeling of summer, you just want something that's kind of carefree in a sense, it doesn't really take itself that seriously, then that's what bday is going to give to me every single time. And this album kind of has a special place in my heart. I'm sorry, she recorded this album in like 2 weeks. Some people like to use that as a drag, but for this album to feel as complete as it is in a sense in terms of the vocal arrangement with the great writing, we have to have that conversation. Like I said, hit after hit after hit. There's some songs on this album that I don't really go up for. I don't like Get Me Bodied, never have. People always drive me for that. I don't care. And then I like Resentment. I just don't think it fits on the album because it's so filled with up-tempo. So that's kind of where I stand on it. And then I saw this tweet like 2 years ago, and it is so funny to me. And they said, stop, I ain't ready yet. And someone said, bday at 9 a.m. I know you cleaning down. And they said, this is the nastiest clear I've ever received on the Bird app. In a world that is just a hot mess, we have an album like bday. I'm sorry, she ate. She ate, and I will always give bday its 10s where it's due. And also, I have a video on this album on my YouTube channel, Anastasia25. I talked about every song. I even talked about the unreleased tracks as well. So you guys can watch that if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts on the album. I went by track, overall thoughts. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? How would you rank this album in the discography? Yeah, this is definitely like top 3 or top 4 Beyonce albums for me all time and everything. But I'm just like, what happened to fun? What happened to fun? Kind of giving me glimpses of Mariah Carey Rainbow album. People hate on the album too much, but that album is a lot of fun. It's not as good as Butterfly. It really is in her Daydream, but if you go into it with an open heart, you can appreciate it for what it is, and I've talked about the album at length, but I just thought that this was something interesting to talk about because people have talked about this, forever, and I just want to know where you guys land, so I feel like it's worth having.